At the beginning of 1996, 17-year-old Katie Holmes landed in Hollywood, hoping to kickstart her acting career.
It was actually my second day in LA. It was like one of my second auditions, so I guess I had beginner's luck with that one. He liked me.
He was director Ang Lee, who was casting his film, The Ice Storm.
Do you remember your first day on set?
Oh, I was so nervous. Well, my first rehearsal was with Ang and Tobey Maguire. And he took me to lunch, and then he told me he knew Leonardo DiCaprio, and I was like, okay, you know, this is really different from what I know.
Did Tobey give you a hard time?
No, he was very supportive and put me at ease.
Katie's great. It was her first job, I believe, and she was good, natural actress then, and she's a sweetheart.
But Katie had a lot to learn.
I really had no idea where the cameras were going to go. I had no idea how long it took to... I mean, I thought they'd put cameras everywhere. We do it once, we go home, and it takes much longer. And it was... They were so nice. I mean, I was just, like, very nervous.
The director called her into his trailer to talk to her a little bit about, you know, give her a little direction, and she thought, oh, no, I'm fired. I know I'm fired. But she was fine.
Still at that point in time, we really didn't know where this thing was going to go. I mean, was this a one-shot deal? We didn't know what was going to happen.
But the young actress knew she wasn't ready to move to Los Angeles.
The following year was my senior year of high school, so I decided to do my high school play instead of pilot season again because I thought Hollywood's always going to be there, but I'm only going to be a senior in high school once in my life. So I stayed home, but continued auditioning on videotape. My mom and I had a little system in the basement on her sewing table. And I got the script for Dawson's Creek, and my mom was Dawson and I was Joey.
We were all set up and the camera was rolling and I'm reading, and after it was over I said, oh, Kate, this is not very nice, honey. I hope you don't get this. This isn't a very nice show.
I think I had to say, how often do you masturbate to my mom? Which, you know, but at that point we had been doing so many, you know, I think I'd cussed to her, I think I came on to her, you know, I mean, there were so many roles that it was kind of like, oh, well, Mom, today I'm saying masturbate.
In the meantime, Katie won the female lead in a high school production of Damn Yankees.
The director knew, you know, that she had done the movie and was doing tapes, and he said, now, Katie, if I give you this part, will you be sure to be here for this part? Because I don't look so hot in a red dress. So, you know, you've got to tell me whether or not you're going to be here for sure. And she said, I will be. I will make sure that I'm here. You know, I'll give you my word.
But as opening night approached, Katie's audition tape for Dawson's Creek found its way onto the desk of Kevin Williamson, the show's creator.
She had these amazing eyes. It was all about the eyes. And whenever she would look straight up and go right towards the camera with her line, it was like, whoa, who is this? It was that moment where we all knew we had found it. And next thing you know, we're on the phone, we're trying to call her. We're saying, how fast can you get here?
Got this call, and they wanted me to test, and which I was like at the time, what does that mean? I'm never going to get it. So unfortunately, they wanted to do it the same night as my opening night, and couldn't do it. And my dad was like, you know, you can't let your friends down, and I wouldn't let my friends down.
She said, well, I can't come. Kevin Williamson said, oh, what?
What? No, that's crazy. And they goes, no, she can't come. She'll come after that.
I think it says a lot about her upbringing. I mean, she had set goals, and she knew she wasn't going to let anybody down. And, you know, that was strictly from our parents. You know, you say you're going to do something, and you do it. But aside from that, she was so proud to have that leading role. And I'll never forget opening night. It was incredible. She just took that stage over. And I have to say that was the most excited I've seen her.
After the opening weekend of Damn Yankees, Katie flew to L.A. to audition for Williamson.
It was beyond my wildest dreams. She delivered in spades. And I remember taking her to the network, and I remember she left the room, and everyone turned to everybody and went, okay, she's cast, what next? It was as simple as that.
But while she was impressing TV executives in LA, Katie was unaware of a crisis back home.
I had ovarian cancer about 5 years ago.
The day that Katie flew out to Los Angeles for her screen test for Dawson's Creek, I was taking Kathy into the hospital, and that's the day we found out that she had the cancer. And of course, we didn't tell Katie that. She didn't have any idea that Mom was going to the hospital and all that. So when she's competing for the role of Joey Potter, we're at the hospital as a family and find out that Mom has cancer and she had the surgery, etc. So it's when Katie came back on the red eye 2 days later that we told her. And so it was a very difficult time in her life.
She had to come home to some absolutely horrible information, and just 2-3 hours later went on stage and probably had the best performance of her life.
I wanted to go to the last performances, and I was thinking I might go because they let me out, and after a couple of days. But I never did make it there, but we laughed about it, and she was fine. We were fine with everything by then, But she's a tough little sweetie pie. She is a trooper.
So was her mom. Kathleen Holmes survived the cancer. Up next, proof of fame.
Katie Holmes is on the cover of Rolling Stone. I mean, Rolling Stone. That's unbelievable.
And later, a really revealing moment.
Am I blushing right now?